Hey everybody, Clint Eastwood here, and this is solving linear systems by the elimination method. This is the second part. So you can watch the first part too. It's pretty much more of the same. So solve each system of equations by the elimination method. Okay, on this one right here, if I just add them together, the two x's will cancel out because this is a positive 2x and a negative 2x. So I'm just going to draw a line underneath both those and add them. Okay, so the two x's cancel out, and 3y plus 5y is 8y. 11 plus 13 is 24, and then 8 goes into 24 three times. Okay, so y equals 3, and then just plug in y back into one of those equations. I chose this top one, but we could have done this bottom one also. Okay, y is going to go right there, all right? So 3 is going to go right there. So it's going to be 2x plus 3 times 3, which becomes 9. 2x plus 9. And subtract off 9 on both sides, and the 11 minus 9 is 2, so 2x equals 2, so x equals 1. So your answer is always x first and y second, 1 comma 3. All right, let's try another one. Okay, here again, if I add them together, this time the 3y's will cancel out. This is a negative 3y and a positive 3y, so these are ready to go ahead and line up, add them together, and those cancel. And then 4 plus negative 2 is a positive 2x, and 5 plus negative 7 is negative 2. And then 2 goes into negative 2, negative 1 time, sorry. And then plug in negative 1. This time I chose the bottom equation, so I'm going to plug in x equals negative 1 right there. All right, so it's going to be negative 2 times negative 1. All right, negative times a negative is a positive, and then I'm going to subtract off 2 on both sides. Now be careful, you guys. A lot of kids are still missing this part right here. Negative 7 minus 2 more is negative 9, you guys. So 3y equals negative 9, so y equals negative 3. So your ordered pair is negative 1 comma negative 3. All right, this one's a little bit different here, you guys. Here, notice the y comes first and the 6x is over here, and this is a 6x. Both of these are positive right here. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is make one of them negative, and I'm going to make this one negative. So I'm going to take this whole equation right here and multiply both sides by negative 1. Remember, whatever you do to an equal sign, you got to do it to both sides. So they're both positive 6x's. I want one of them to be a positive and one of them to be a negative. So I'm taking this top equation right here and just multiplying both sides by negative 1. It's okay to do that. Whatever you do to one side, you got to do to the other. So I just tagged a negative 1 on both sides. And what that's going to do is it's going to be, okay, here I go, distribute the negative 1 times negative 8y is positive 8y. Negative 1 times a positive 6 gives me a negative 6y, and that's what I wanted. I want a negative 6y, so it'll cancel, I'm sorry, 6x. So it'll cancel out with this positive 6x right here. All right, and then over here I got negative 1 times negative 36, or times 36 is negative 36. All right, now what I'm going to do, I don't want this y first, I want the negative 6x first. So I'm going to go ahead and switch those guys around. So it becomes negative 6x plus 8y, because there's nothing in front of this 8y, so it's considered a positive. All right, now I'm just going to slide this second equation right down below right here. All right, so I'm just going to slide it down. So now the 6x and negative 6x are ready to cancel out. I can draw a line underneath both those, add them up, and then the 6x's, the negative 6x will cancel out. And then add up 8y plus negative y is 7y. Okay, and then careful right here, negative 36 plus 15. When one's a positive, one's a negative, and you're adding them, well, you subtract them, and it's the negative hangs out with the bigger absolute value. So it's the bigger, this 36 is bigger. So you subtract them, and it's negative 21. And then 7 goes into 21 three times, so it's going to be negative 3. And then pick any equation. I chose the bottom equation right there, and I'm going to substitute in y equals negative 3 right here. Okay, so watch out, there's a negative right there, so it's going to be negative 3. All right, which in a second will become positive 3. Okay, now I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides, and I get 12. And of course, x equals 2. 6 goes into that 2 times. And then, so don't forget, your ordered pair is always x comes first, y comes second.